This week's Torah portion is called Bechokutai, which approximately translates in my laws. The Heavenly Father promises us rewards if we will walk in His laws and keep His commandments. These promises include rain at the right time, abundance of crops, peace in the land, victory over our enemies, healthy families, and abundant wealth. Finally, the Shekhinah will dwell in our midst. So far, this sounds like great news. If we keep in mind that the entire Torah rests on two principles, then walking in the laws of our Heavenly Father and keeping His commandments are really straightforward. We've previously learned that these two principles are reconciling with our alienated Heavenly Father and honoring our earthly parents. Do this, and the rest of Torah falls into place, resulting in the Shekhinah dwelling among us. However, these promises are only about 20% of the Torah portion. A larger percentage of the Torah portion warns us about the consequences of ignoring our Heavenly Father, His laws, and His commandments. These consequences are not at all pleasant, to say the least. We will succumb to depression and health problems. Our enemies will dominate us. There will be terrible drought, and the land will stop yielding any fruit. Even wild animals will turn on us. Ultimately, we will be scattered to the nations and will assimilate among them. All of this sounds intense, but what does it have to do with parental alienation? It's easy to see why the Heavenly Father would reward us for protecting the sanctity of the household and specifically teaching children to honor both of their parents. We see in this week's Torah portion that a consequence of ignoring this is parental alienation. Chapter 26, verse 29 warns that you will eat the flesh of your sons and you will eat the flesh of your daughters. The wording of this verse is extreme and shocking. Metaphorically, parents who weaponize their children against the other parent are as disgusting to the Heavenly Father as parents who literally eat their own children. Societies that fail to teach children to honor both of their parents have degenerated into an oversized mob that has devalued their own children into a pile of meat to be consumed. We have learned that the Jewish Bible, called the Tanakh, closes on the words of the prophet Malachi. Behold, I will send you Eliyahu the prophet before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord, and he shall return the heart of the fathers on the children, and the heart of the children on their fathers, lest I will come and smite the land with isolation. Despite the somber tone of the warnings given in this week's Torah portion, the rewards and consequences given at Mount Sinai end on a promise that the Heavenly Father will ultimately restore the people of Israel to the land of Israel. And after centuries of exile, we're starting to see a partial fulfillment of this prophecy. However, to fully restore our days as before, when the Shekhinah dwelled among us, we must fulfill our biblical obligation to restore broken relationships between alienated children and their parents. In fact, we have a biblical mandate to make this issue, parental alienation, a top priority in our society. Next week's Torah portion is called Bamidbar, and it will begin a new book in Torah. How much time has passed so far since we left Egypt? It is customary after finishing a book of Torah to say, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek.